The next part of this training is about the middle of your conversion, aka sales funnel. And we now have gathered our huge big audience using search and social media mainly. Some new strategies that we can use down the line once we've perfected the baby steps is brand influencer marketing, blogging, and so on. So at the middle level of the funnel, where we are focused on engagement and lead nurturing, the where and how of how our consumers behave and where we contact them, how they behave, how we talk to them, etc., is very closely intertwined. And the middle of the funnel is viewed as the most complicated funnel stage because of the broad diversity of your interested leads. You've still got a huge bunch of people in there, and you're now starting to target, starting to talk directly to them, trying to find the ways to engage. In this stage of the funnel, your content starts being about educating, about positioning your company or brand as the solution to your ideal customer's needs. Here you start helping. You start building your reputation. You start showing how you can help with video, how-to tips, case studies, demos of what you do, and tests, and give people test opportunities. So let's just go through some of these tactics, particularly the ones that are social media related and which you can leverage immediately. We've talked about you finding your customers in the platforms they favor. Facebook is your marketing opportunity. It's where we can do our targeting, our advertising, and find customers to build our audience and attract them into our funnel. Building relationships starts getting a little bit more specific in terms of who you're talking to and where you're talking to. So how do they behave? They go to different platforms for different reasons, for different people. It's your job to work out where they are and why they are there. The next step we want to talk about is, remember, how they search. How do they find you? Where are they researching information? Where are they looking for more details? Go back to the search training in the beginning of the funnel. This still applies in the middle funnel because you are wanting to reinforce, continue to build, continue to assure them they're in the right place. Okay, next we've got how we talk to who, whether it's a consumer or a business. So if it's business to business marketing or business to consumer marketing, the way you speak and the places you speak and how you market to them and how they behave will be different. You need to, in your strategy, once you've identified your ideal customer, be very sure you understand who you're talking to, the objectives you want to get, and how you should behave and what the interests are on each of those platforms. Connectivity is a very interesting one for me. And in the how they behave and how you are going to optimize conversion and take people further down your sales funnel, you have to be aware of where people work online, how they behave because of the constraints. For example, data costs, connectivity bandwidth. I am normally in a very good area. Right now, I've had terrible connectivity issues. What does this mean for your customer? So, and what are they trying to do online? If your customer is making an inquiry and has to fill in a form, is on his mobile phone at high data costs, Best your form be very concise. Don't ask for unnecessary information. If people choose to call you rather than fill in an inquiry form, are you making that available to them? You want to do everything you can to facilitate the journey down your funnel. I had a very interesting lesson this past week on coming to terms with connectivity and how it takes people down my sales funnel. I was offered a package deal to promote a data provider's package at an unbelievable cost of $199 a month for 20 megs, which is perfect for my small customer who's based remotely to do his social media marketing. The problem was it was a 24-month contract, and those people did not want to sign the contract. Now, that affected my conversion, because one of the biggest objections for these people is, where do they get the time and the connectivity to be able to do their online marketing? A simple example, but it makes such a difference to conversion at the end of the day. The next point is, how tech savvy is your audience? If your audience is not tech savvy, where are they spending their time? How tech savvy are they? Can they click through? Do they understand and feel safe enough to make an online transaction? Do they feel more comfortable phoning you? Don't get frustrated by that, and make sure your people at the other end are trained properly. Some people want emails. Some people read blogs. Your ideal customer research will tell you where your audience is, how tech savvy they are, and even more important, or additionally important, which device are they connecting with you on, and optimizing your content for that device. Next point, the next part is whether they want to talk to you by phone, by SMS, by email, or indeed printed material, offline material, a brochure, a card, an email. When last did you deliver a card and flowers to a client? That could stand you in much more stead than bombing out a SMS or a WhatsApp message to the person who values that above their electronic communication. Okay, so we have discussed previously how important social media is across absolutely every portion of your sales funnel in terms of taking people down the funnel. In this middle funnel, the next part that we really have to work on is where to connect with them, and to remember you are what you do and not what you say. So please remember that social media will seriously bite you on the butt if you do not watch an I say, I do gap, that what people get is what they expect, or better. So your sales pages, the journey in terms of getting their interest and their desire and taking them on to convert now and take action, is it as simple as they expect? Does it look like the brand? Is it making them feel secure? All those things are very important to optimize your conversion. Under promise and over deliver is one of my key mantras. When I have to do a presentation, I make sure I give myself an additional day and make sure I deliver a day early. My customer's impressed, the pressure's off, and it works for everyone. In your say and do story, you have to watch what happens between the research stage and that purchasing stage when they walk away as a very happy customer. What are the touch points here in between that affect conversion? Only way to work that out is to go to where your customer goes and put yourself in your customer's shoes. Watch your processes, folks. I had a very interesting experience with a golf club client, did a great lead generation campaign through Facebook, send people to a blog landing page to tell them about the membership package, to give them all the details they needed. We did different membership packages, different landing pages, so there was no friction. And the only issue was it was not an electronic system, which is what one would have preferred. So it was absolutely seamless, click here and buy now. We gave them an email address to contact with their request for membership, or a short form to fill in, which also went to the same email address. We had over 900 click-throughs to the blog, stats that were clicked by both Facebook ads and the blog. And guess what? They converted not a single one. That is a clear indication that processes somewhere along the line collapsed. We were unable to check how the emails were processed, where they went, and how the process fell flat. Do not blame social media or anything else until you are 100% sure you have got enabling systems. Engagement in your social media funnel. Engagement in your sales funnel. We talk at length in many of our social media trainings about the importance of engagement for the algorithm. If your audience is not engaging, it affects the reach of your content adversely. Engagement tells the algorithm on social media that your content is relevant, it's quality, it appeals to the audience on your page. Now, how do you know you're engaging? When people react. The minimum reaction you can accept is a like, and from there you go up to comments and shares. I said comments in previous training that a comment is your 3-star engagement and a share is your 5-star engagement. And in order to measure how engaging your content is, anyone who's worked with me before knows about my 3 E's. If your content is not doing one of these, think again. Don't press that blue post button. Entertain, make them smile, make them feel good. Enrich, motivate. Educate, tell them how. Give them more tips that complement your business. For example, if you're in the costume hire business, how about giving them tips about how to do their makeup for Halloween? If you're in the baking business, children's birthday cakes, how about giving them tips to put together birthday packs? What should go into a birthday party pack for children? If you're a golf club, how about some golf tips? How to sink that putt from 3 meters, etc. So add value that isn't competitive and is complementary to what you do. That is the only way to engage, is add value to your content and make sure it's relevant, applicable, and quality to your key audience. We've also talked about not overselling. Remember, in content, your 10 to 20% of the time you sell, the rest of the time you engage with your 3 E's. Okay, on to lead nurturing and taking your client by the hand, building a relationship that makes them feel secure, reassures them they're in the right place. There is no doubt that a proper lead nurturing strategy, again, processes. How do you handle online inquiries? How do you respond? Do you engage with your people more than just a like? Do you make people feel valuable? Do you give them special offers that rewards them for their loyalty? There is no doubt that leads that are nurtured and worked with and built on convert more readily than a lead that comes into your sales funnel that is immediately promoted to. Interesting thing that we all know or should know is think about your own behavior. People buy from businesses they trust. So leverage word of mouth and use testimonials. Customers need to trust before purchasing and trust friends and loved ones more than anyone else. So if they hear positive stuff from someone trustworthy about your products, they are that much likely to buy. How do you handle that? Get reviews, folks. Get testimonials. Ask for them. Happy customers are more than happy to share their experience and to shout out about your accolades. There might be a very small window of when they are ecstatic and when is the right time. Use it. Send people follow-up emails with a link to your review sites. Ask people if you can quickly record a video of them in a good space, grateful about your service. And then you share this across platforms, embed them in your website, use testimonial videos everywhere. Make word of mouth work for you, particularly on your social media channels. This is where social media is going to help you enormously with your lead nurturing. Further down the funnel now, we are going to the part of the funnel where you start connecting with people one-on-one. People are now desiring more. Remember our ADA model down the side here? They are now starting to want more of you. And it's your job to deliver it with excellent customer service, telling them what other people think, email marketing, SMS marketing, and your blog is a great place to tell your story, to get people interested, to add value and help them. Let's talk about customer service a little bit. This can make or break your social media marketing, because customer service online is as much about the person you are serving as all those people you are not aware are watching on the sidelines. How you handle people is a great tool to build your relationship with clients and to nurture leads down the funnel. Some customer service specifics for you to focus on is personalize your responses. I've seen so many upset people on my cell phone provider website when I go there to complain, and people like me who get an autoresponder when you are freaked out over poor service. And there is nothing more infuriating when you have no idea that they understand what you're complaining about, how soon people are going to get back to you, if indeed it's going to be a real person who's getting back to you, because at that point it's all automated, and you know that. Make your messaging personal. Focus on what people are saying to you. Read between the lines and show that you are listening to what people actually say. I find it so interesting to read reviews, and in reading between the lines are both good and bad. You see what people are actually saying and feeling. Wow, that is gold. Spend time on your reviews, learning from them and using the language back to your ideal customer. Collect data. How many of us have customer data, inquiries data, information that we can use to optimize sales to that specific customer or to similar customers? Age, gender, location. What did they inquire about? At what stage of your funnel did they abandon? What stopped conversion what processes were not enabling conversion? All these things are available in your data. Making sure your data is clean and fresh and marketing to your database is a big opportunity to connect now with people and tell them more and deal with them on a one-on-one so they get to know you. That is how you build relationships, is making people feel you are talking to them specifically. Email marketing. How many of you are not using email marketing and think email marketing is dead? Effective professional email marketing and messaging that uses best practices is your most effective, cheapest, highest converting marketing tactic you can employ. Did you get that? Cheapest, effective, highest converting marketing tactic you can use. It takes 8 times as much marketing resource to convert a new customer as it does to increase loyalty in an existing one, or somebody that's already interested, that's already given you their details. Your job with email marketing is to build customer intimacy, trust, and satisfaction, and make sure, by the way, PS, that it is mobile phone responsive, that people can read your newsletters on mobile phone. Just like social media, folks, this space is not just for you to promote. Like social media, 10 to 20% of your content is helpful. Sharing tips, showing them what to do next, telling them how to use your product to their best benefit. And 10 to 15% of the time, you give them an offer that makes them feel valuable. Not over salesy, not hard sell. They almost have to feel that, oh wow, check what I was offered. That's a very subtle, very important thing. You want to get these people into your funnel with lead nurturing, that they get to the point where they go, let me pay, let me in, where do I swipe my card? Email marketing is the most valuable way to help you get there. And your email database is your most valuable asset. This connection where you can connect over the internet in digital marketing one-on-one and invite people into a personal relationship is critical. Treat that database with respect, keep it clean, and work it to your benefit. Come up with ways to leverage this database. Look out for a future training on email marketing. It is a very important aspect of my integrated marketing strategy, and I will share with you how to optimize your emails, how to fix your database, how to lay out an email, and all that stuff in a future training. I just want to quickly point out here, since we are talking about email marketing and messaging, I posted this on my Facebook page this past week. I hope you are following my Facebook page. There are lots of great tips there that you can now advertise with a boosted post. And remember, best marketing tips: do not boost a post from this button on Facebook. Go and do it from your ad manager, where you can choose a much more targeted audience. So you put your content in front of your ideal customer. But what is very interesting to me is you can do a lead generation ad where you get email addresses for your ideal customer. And now we can actually get them to respond on WhatsApp. This to me is very, very powerful, because we want people's contact information. Who would ever have dreamed that people would abandon Facebook? With all these privacy scandals and stuff, people have abandoned Facebook. Not that we worry about them, because the people that abandoned Facebook probably shouldn't have been there in the first place, because they were the ones that shared Jafka, made us all fed up with Facebook. The businesses that have abandoned Facebook are the ones that were continuously spamming and pushing product. The people that are left give us a marketing opportunity to get our valuable content in front of our ideal customer and have more chance of people seeing it. But that was just an aside and just a push. Good riddance to those who left. what I'm trying to say to you is those people who left Facebook, if there were some valuable customers there and you've never got their contact details, either by lead generation campaigns or offering them an offer or a download or a something that gets their contact details to bring them into your own real estate. And up until that time, you have invested everything in building your audience on somebody else's property, i.e. Mr. Zuckerberg. That's a big pity. A very important part of your social media marketing strategy is to take people from social media into your camp, into your property. And what's this? I'm going to test this, and assuming it all works beautifully, I will bring you a training on how to use this as a campaign to gather people's information and get your audience off Facebook and into your tribe. Any questions at this point on the middle part of the funnel? I hope you've still seen the enormous value of your social media marketing, but you're also starting to see now that it needs to work with a campaign to build relationships, and that cannot be done on social media alone. Okay, so I'm going to stop this training here so you can digest it and do a different recording for the bottom of the funnel and lead conversion issues, and then an opportunity again for questions. Let me know how you get on with this training, and thank you for joining me.